Hey, everybody, what is up? And welcome to the JD Talks show. My name is JD, and this is episode 4. All right, now, how we're doing this, the premise behind this is getting ourselves ready for the week, getting ourselves ready for the day, the month, the year. If there's anything that I've ever wanted to do more of, that's learn and teach myself how to be a consistent go getter each and every single day. Now, as easy as that may sound, okay, a couple of things that are important is knowing that you have to see it through, right? So if you are going to set something for yourself, you have to see it through, and by seeing it through, um, we're just thinking of the things that are very important to us. So let's rewind a second, and then we'll revisit what I just said. So in the beginning of all of this, episode 1, 2, and 3, we were talking about goal setting, setting ourselves up for success, making a promise to ourselves. I even had you schedule something to the point where you would wake up at a specific time every single day. Now, for those that are tuning in, first off, thank you so much for being here. It means the world that you are here. We're here on a mission to try and get ourselves to be better. And I know you're nodding your head like, yeah, I vibe with you. I vibe with you like that. So going into this, last week's homework that I gave for everybody was to wake up 30 minutes earlier than your set alarm. So for me, I wake up at 5 a.m. Monday through Friday. All right. Saturday and Sunday are my days off. So I kind of just sleep in a little bit until my pup wakes me up, which is like an hour or two later. However, I do have my list of things that I still need to get done that day. So I wake up around the same time. I challenged all of you to also do that. And then also going to bed around the same time. Now, that one, I'm not going to lie, I am nowhere near perfect. And I don't want to be. Uh, so I gave myself a window of waking up from or going to bed around 9:30 to 10:30. I've got to be in bed. And then for me, I'm a vampire sleeper, so I fall asleep almost instantly. Shout out to my vampire sleepers out there. Sorry for those that can't sleep that well and it takes a second. But that's what works for me. And so far, so good. Now, diving back into the theme for today's talk, it's seeing things through. And I bring this up because I like bringing things up that I know I need to work on. Mike, what's up? Structure is so underrated, he says, but so valuable. Mike, it's so good to have you here. Brother, I miss you. I miss you. It's so good to have you here. Thank you for tuning in. All right. So just diving back in, Mike and I go back. We were working together through the digital world as well. So it's a joy to have you here. Um, how you like my setup, huh? Huh? I'll have to take a picture and show it to you later, okay? But in the meantime, we're here, we're talking, seeing something through to the finish. And it can be anything. When you hear something like that, like be very intimidating. For someone like me, my thoughts are everywhere, which I'm fine with that. But I have to know how to reel myself back in. And what helps me, believe it or not, let me show you, is writing things down. All right. I have an entire notepad. This is actually, I just filled this entire notepad up and I'm pretty impressed by myself. It was taking notes, just actively listening, not to everything that's out there, but I like to read or listen to an audiobook in the morning during my wake up time because it's allowing me to just kind of go with the flow. Um, but taking notes has helped me stay on track. Okay. So seeing something through, if there's something that you are starting to pique your interest, maybe you want to get better with your fitness, your health goals, exercise, your routine, things that maybe you have a financial goal. Maybe you have there are a number of things. Maybe you want to buy a house one day. Maybe you want to meet the love of your life. There are things that can be done to help set yourself up for success, believe it or not, or at least like to point you in the right path. And what I've learned is if you're able to take care of yourself, then you're able to take care of others. That's pretty deep right there. If you're able to take care of yourself, you're able to take care of others. So let's think about that. Let's dive down the rabbit hole of taking care of ourself. Okay. So ways that we can do it. We're already, if you've had the opportunity to watch some of my shows, all right, or even just kind of see me in person and whatnot. Um, Taking care of the small things. So for me, it was exercise, health, fitness, um, sleep routine. Okay, look at that. That's four things right there that we can all work on, work around. Um, even job. You know, how can you be better in your workplace? Okay, if you can start to take care of some of those things that pertain to you that make you better. Like I know for a fact that when I'm listening to a positive, uplifting, maybe leadership building style of book, or of someone with just a very gritty story, I'm listening to a new book called um, Finding Ultra. I think that's what it's called, by Rich Roll. And I just started it, and it's a pretty good listen. So if you haven't listened to it yet, I highly recommend it. It's a good read slash listen so far. Okay, so taking care of yourself. And that kind of ties back in with the idea of setting your routine for yourself in the morning, because everything starts in the morning and that's what sets you up for the rest of the day. Okay. So if you're like, okay, JD, like I see where you're going with this, but just tell me what I need to do. Okay. You're going to start your morning off right by waking up at a set time every single day, regardless of what you have. That way, you're establishing discipline, routine, repetition, something that's going to be consistent in your life that's going to make you feel like you have purpose. Okay. And in that morning, in the first hour, you're going to have just a little set of things that you do that set yourself up for success. And I call this stacking W's, or accumulating wins. So, for example, this is what you're going to do: you're going to drink a glass of water in the morning. Okay. I think the studies show that at least 30 ounces of water helps set your system up right successfully. I obviously couldn't drink that much water in one sitting. So I took it easy. I went with one bottle of water, which was 16 ounces. Okay. Or a glass of water, tall glass of water. I drink it first thing. And then I immediately head to the shower so that I can start to just wake myself up. I also did not hit snooze button, by the way. You hit snooze, you literally lose. Okay. You're not following through in the promise that you made to yourself that you were going to wake up at a certain time. All right. So you wake up, don't hit the snooze, grab your water, chug it, try not to throw up, head to the shower, start showering right away. And then for me, I get out, get my clothes on, throw up my hair. So then I feel like put together, like I'm ready to go to work. Um, and then I start making my coffee. So I have my cup of coffee, I sit down, and already like maybe 30 minutes have passed. And so it's like 5:30 a.m. Sit down, I have my coffee, I have my audiobook, I listen, and I take notes. And I force myself to listen to something positively enriching to make sure that my headspace is in the right mindset. You ever think about it? Like if you don't get me wrong, like I love the news. There's some pretty valuable things that you can get from it. But for me personally, if I start my day off with that right away, I'm just a sour, I don't know, just a sour human being. I don't want to be that. I want to be a good person. I want to be helpful. I want to be a better servant to others that are around me. So, in order to be successful for myself and for others, I have to take care of myself first, selfishly. And I'm telling you to be selfish for once in your life and take care of yourself. Okay. I'm a personal trainer as well. So I'm constantly telling that to my clients. And, believe it or not, if you're ever in the fitness industry and you just hear everybody say it, man, I just need to take better care of myself. I just don't know what's wrong with me. I just got to take better care of myself. It's the truth. So, okay, routine. Look at that. I gave you like 5, 6 things that you could do in the morning. You don't have to do an audiobook or anything. I just chose to have something that's going to help just wire my mind differently for the day. I really want to be on top of my stuff and I want to crush it. Like I want to crush it. I want you to crush it as well. So make a choice and go from there. So seeing it through. Okay. We have our routine, it's established. We're starting to just stack W's and wins in the morning on a consistent basis, which means it allows us to get ready for, I don't know, things that, challenge us in a little different way. Like we're not stressed about the fact that we didn't have our coffee in the morning. We're not stressed about the fact that slept in a little bit or didn't have time to shower. Like, see what you're doing here? You're allowing yourself to be set up for success. And a lot of this stuff I'm repeating over and over because again, something goes in one ear and out the other. I encourage everybody to that's listening to this, have a pen and paper available because what you might hear might become valuable for yourself later on, for you or for maybe the next person that you're trying to help one day. Okay? So, see it through. I want to challenge you because I'm challenging myself. Um, following, you have to give yourself purpose. You have to give yourself the opportunity to, what do you call it? At least just for a man, just from a man's perspective, like me, I talk to my wife about this. I have such a competitive vibe, competitive nature, where I have to do something. I just have to just go for it. Um, and that's okay. I love it. I love being a competitive person. Don't get me wrong. All right, but don't mess with me. When I get in that zone, I'm locked in. If you ever see like a fighter, when they're just like staring their opponent down, just like it's like it's just something that just kind of just takes over. That if there's a better way to channel that, I'm all in for it. So you need to give yourself a small challenge that is going to remind you to get up every single day and to go for it. It could be a fitness goal, health goal. You could be running a race. Um, I have a goal for myself to lift, bench 225 pounds, to squat 225 pounds, to deadlift 225 pounds. All right. I haven't set an end date. I would like to the end of the year. I've already hit my squat goal. Can do the deadlift, I'm pretty sure. I just haven't really tried. Um, but the bench, I got to work on, and I am working on. Coming off a little shoulder injury, uh, taking the necessary steps to recover. The rehab is now happening, and we're easing into it. So I have a plan set. I have a vision for myself in mind. And when I get to that number, it's not the end because already I know what I'm going to do to encourage myself to keep going, to maintain this lifestyle that I'm trying to build for myself. And I want you to begin to find the exact same thing. Okay. So see it through. And remember this as well. Growth shouldn't be, there's no, there is a starting point for everything. But in terms of growth, there should never be an end. Growth is perpetual, meaning, I had the definition in my head just a second ago. It's never ending. It's consistent. It's something that just continues to go and go. And I want for myself to feel that way when I dive down into growing, wanting to be better physically, spiritually, mentally, all of that. Okay. So remember this, see it through. Growth is perpetual and give yourself something to shoot for. Okay. If you have to, literally, folks, I write things down all the time so I can see it every single day. So it stares me in the face. So I don't forget what it is that I'm fighting for, what I'm trying to go for. All right. I know somebody's going to be coming across this one day. I don't expect it to be, you know, anything, but I know for a fact that if I've gone through it, I know for a fact that maybe somebody watching this right now needs this more than ever. And I'm here to say to you right here and right now that it gets better, my friend. Okay. This too shall pass. Times can get tough, but tough people last longer. All right. So see it through. Growth is perpetual. and give yourself something to work for. Give yourself something purpose to follow. My name is JD. Thanks for talking with me. This is episode 4, and I'll see you in the next one. Every Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Wednesday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. Catch you later, everybody. Bye.